Hello, welcome to round four, week four, match week round thing four of Dented Shield. No, it's not. It's not even four. It's three. It's season four, round three. This is my Underworld team playing Bretonnians. We won the toss and decided to receive. We were down 80 on team value. Chips in 20 from the treasury to take two Bloodwise Oak eggs. Have one fame as well. Missing the good thrower, but the rest of the team does a lot of this. We'll have a look at the Bretonnians first because they're defending and they finished setting up as well. So four blitzers, four blockers, and three peasants are the players on the pitch. We've got two unleveled peasants over there, or linemen. Let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, let's let the kick happen. Bad kick-off result to start with. It is a blitz in favour of the Bretonnians. So let's have a look at their team. Two unlevelled linemen and an unlevelled blocker on the line of scrimmage. Other three blockers are one over here and then two guard ones over to the right here. This one's about to move. Other peasant on the pitch is strength 4. And then four blitzers, we've got tackle, strip ball. So very dangerous, one I had my eye on. Mostly because of tackle. Tackle and diving tackle are things that kind of ruin my team's day often. So their players I'm wary of the whole game, but also strip ball means everyone but my thrower is vulnerable to that. This other one here has dodge and diving tackle. Then we've got a movement 8 dodge blitzer and a dodge blitzer. So three players of block and dodge who are difficult to knock over. I only have the one tackle player. That is the Bretonnians set up with chevrons to try and shut down my quick play, although they've got a blitz to try and make the most of that as well. So missing my good thrower, but I have a block thrower here as well. My other thrower only has accurate in addition to that, but also a niggling injury. A couple of goblins back here are two heads and big hand, like one on each. Wrestle lineman here. Other lineman has guard. Troll has guard. I think that's an unleveled goblin. Agility 4 horns goblin, and a goblin there. And then my two blitzers, who are the most important players on the team. We've got tackle horns on this one. So tackle will be helpful in trying to help with those three blodge players. And then Mighty Blow Claw on this one. So this is the player I need to perform to kind of keep removals even, because I lose a lot of players when I'm playing. But guard straight in on him suggests that is where the blitz is coming on this bonus turn they've got. I was concerned about this blitzer reaching down near the ball, but already this is a big bit of initiative season, which is going to put me on the back foot for my attacking drive, and that's my best player knocks out as well, or yeah, one of my two best players, and the one I'm reliant on for trying to keep the opponent's numbers down. So yeah, bit of a bad start. Not even turn one yet, and I've lost that player and sort of lost the initiative. So this is my chance to try and dominate the game and score. And I have dangerous players over here, and this is the one who's the kind of ball hunting one. Triple both down from my troll, but passed the loader roll and then got the knockdown on that peasant for a stun. And another knockdown there. It's the blocker. So knocking them down without following up, but in a way that leaves them marked next. Well, they can't stand up next turn because of stun. Because of the stuns. But I'm knocking them down where they can only stand up and then either dodge away or just stand there and take another hit the next turn. That's the idea. But all three of those have been stunned. And blitzing with the agility 4 horns guy for a knockdown there, and then he's looking to move his way through there. And grabs the ball. I think I'm trying to hold it in here. That's it. So the first 4 hits have all been armor breaks. I knocked out Blitzer and 3 stunned Bretonnians. And we're only at the top of no, the bottom of turn 1. So no armor on that, but I'm pretty sure this is where the blitz is coming on this advanced goblin over here. Oh no, on the ball. So yeah, makes a reroll, and that's just a pushback. So I've got my ball carrier marked by a block dodge player. Really, he probably should have been the guy who made the blitz there. Oh no, I've gone with wrestle instead. So wrestle's another option, but that is just a pushback. The blitzer would have got a knockdown there. But do get him pushed away and then stepping in after. There's another knockdown, another armor break. So we're 5 armor breaks in a row successfully. Goblin over there too. Come on, moving the ball over this way. Yeah, I can keep it fairly safe over here, I think. If this goblin moves over somewhere around here. Just in there. They're leaving this till last because he's dodging away from a diving tackle player. Which made it 4+, but needed both of those. Failed both of those. Yeah, because it's agility 4, it was a 4+ dodge with diving tackle, but failed both and another armor break. So 6 armor breaks out of 6. But I've still not got a Bretonnian off the pitch. So I've not stunned 5 of them over 2 turns. I think over here they were looking at 3 dice on this goblin from the strength 4 lineman, but they left it with a go for it needed. I think this lineman stepped right in the way, so to go around. But got the knockdown on 3 dice with the successful go for it. And the first time we've not had an arm break succeed. Dodging away there to come and be dangerous, so I can't retreat from here with the ball because this player's here. I have to either mark him very closely, which is going to take 2 players at least, or I try and find a way forward somewhere. There's not really a good blitz target because there's not really a way through. Plus also I need to use my blitz to free up the ball carrier, which is just a knockback. I'd have put my wrestle lineman on the tackle strip ball blitzer. And moving the ball in there, so I'll be able to cage up a bit here. Have this goblin available still who'll dodge on 2 with a reroll. Just come in there. It's a bit of a wonky cage, but it's still well protected in there. The guard lineman knocks down another one. Both teams have 2 wins out of 2 going into this season, sort of keeping up with the Kemri team, who were last year's champions. And that is a blitz, yeah, on my cage corner, which means you can follow up into the ball. Kind of means I have to put my blitz there, which is probably going to be this blitzer's job. But I've got my wrestle lineman again. Go from there, I can push him there if I need to. That's a knockdown. Yeah, no dodge on that one. gone with that so I could follow up for the really stupid to make that 2+, and agility 4 goblin go forwards, because it is always a 2+ catch if I can throw the ball over there. And this was, yeah, a big mistake I made. Went too far over that way because I didn't properly spot that this guy could reach. It's 2 go for it, but yeah, not enough coverage. But looking for a quick foul on there because I've got +3 with the assists, but just roll a 4. And then chuck another goblin through there. What I was really trying to do with these two is to draw some players off to give me a bit of space, which did work a bit, because I think 3 players go to watch these goblins, including the diving tackle blitzer on the agility 4 one. Yeah, but they're all pretty jammed up. That is the blitz on the ball, so that's 1 die. Oh no, going for that blitzer instead. I thought they went for the ball carrier, so there must be another turn. But yeah, they can come around for to mark the ball carrier again. But the blitzer is just knocked over, is the one to blitz them away. And I think I have a bit of movement available to come over here, and this is the area I'm looking for the ball. What am I doing here? I think yeah, I don't remember how this so bad. This was just last night, this game, but I just don't remember some of these details. I know I made some pretty bad mistakes in this one. So still not really getting enough hits out of my troll, and that was one. I think that's only the second block he's thrown the whole game, and foul dodge there. So fouled 1 in 9, failing both of those 3+. I think I didn't realise until it was a bit late that this blitz had tackle. I probably wouldn't have made that dodge. I was just trying to stand here to get 2 dice on that blitzer. But really, if he had tackle, it's the same risk as just throwing a 1 dice block. So sort of turnover wise. That's the agility 4 horns blitzer down, goblin rather, not blitzer. Yeah, so I wasn't paying attention properly to where the tackle player was, and then left these goblins marked up, and that one dies. So that was a 0-star player point goblin. They don't get to use the apothecary. But yeah, Ryland Clark Neal is no longer a member of this team. He can go back to doing the one show or supermarket sweep or whatever he's doing. Strictly H2 later in the year. But yeah, so Dead Goblin, and that's apart from my blitzer early on, the blitz first removal we've had on the other side, loads of stuns though, both sides. Wrestle is good enough to with that turnover as well. I didn't get to probably move my thrower, which I should have done first, but left that 2 dice on the ball on. And wrestle was good enough to get the ball on the floor. And get to use tackle there on one of those dodge blitzers. Heading that way, I think I'm looking at big hand goblin to come through here, because I don't think there's going to be any moving this guy, but there won't be now. I don't have another blitz. 2 dice there. Have to use wrestle to avoid the turnover. 2 head goblins goes forwards to be a threat again. But yeah, the stunty big hand combo, and that's fouled again. You can see that 2 pop-ups. It's another. Well, this same goblin as well. 2 1 in 9s in two turns that it's fouled. Just can't roll 3 or higher. And eaten 2 team rerolls as well. I'm down to 1 team reroll now. I'd used the first one in the first turn with the troll rolled. the triple both downs. Yeah, and that's left me pretty vulnerable. Got two. I've got two people marking the ball, but they can be moved off this turn. That's the goblin down, and then the blitz will almost certainly be on the thrower here. So reroll there. It's pushback. Should be that way, and then we've got blocker can get the ball to this blitzer. You've got a touchdown this turn. And blitzers have catch, of course, so reroll on the handoff if needed, but doesn't need it. And that is running for 0-1. So my attacking drive fell apart a little bit from the blitz. There was a bit of initiative seizing happening there. I don't know if that necessarily changed it too much. I just got a bit too bogged down. Wasn't properly respecting what the Bretonnian players could do in getting up my ball carrier. I have to mark too much. That's a 2+ return for a knockout roll failed on that important player who I really need to get my team going. And as a bit of a spoiler, that keeps happening in this game, which is rather unfortunate, considering that that's my inducements. Yeah, so we don't see a lot of this blitzer in this game. And it doesn't go well, I might as well say now. But I can still put 11 players on the pitch, but I am now on, I have no bench. 11 players, that means I've got, I think, 4 goblins with no levels, who are nowhere near as useful as this player. But I'm set up here with the troll off the line of scrimmage, and if I can get the ball to my agility 4 goblin, I'm just going to try and throw it down the pitch to try and rescue something from this half. Unfortunately, a very deep kick, which means I can't do that this turn because I'd have to hand the ball off to that goblin. And I could do with getting some players off, some Bretonnians off the pitch, because there's not been any yet. No removals. There's quite a few stuns. There's another one there. And I think now that my troll can't throw a goblin this turn, I think I might be giving him the blitz, because I can get 3 dice on this blitzer. So move the ball up a bit. So sets up 2 assists and then troll blitz for 3 dice, but failed really stupid. So I can't really complain too much about that because he'd passed 6 of them before, and that was the first failure in turn 7. But that's a scoring threat in place. So my 2 scoring threats really are throwing a goblin, or this guy can reach the end zone if I can throw him the ball. And he'll dodge away on 2s, but he's got to catch the ball on 2 tackle zones makes it a 5 to catch. But also he's being blitzed on 3 dice. Used a reroll there. It's their last one. Gets an injury, so that's a 2-heads goblin. It was a stunty casualty, so that's just a badly hurt. But that's one of the scoring threats removed. Marking with 2 players here. In fact, knocking down the agility 4. The agility 4 one's the best scoring threat because he lands easier. But this is my last remaining scoring threat, and he's marked by 2 players. So I've got to hand the ball off to that goblin, and then get the troll to throw him. So it's all very slim chances. And then that 4+ dodge from the lineman standing in there means, it means my choice is between. I'm reevaluating this now because I did make the wrong choice. I decided to blitz here from that corner to try and knock down and push that guy away, so that's a 3+ catch on the handoff. But really, this guy had to be the dodge, I think, because he's in my thrower's way as well. yeah, sort of looking at this fresh, it's like I've got to blitz that guy, then get the ball to him, hope I can catch it on a 5. I've got a re-roll, so that's 55%. So maybe. And then once he's out of the way, hopefully Troll comes through, throws the Goblin down there, and he lands on a 3+. I think that's the best shot I had. But it was instead trying to free this up to make it a 3+ catch, which I do successfully do. But yeah, having to try and rely on a troll dodge is not a great state of affairs. I'll get 2 dice here first. Just a push. And now I've got slim chances here. I think so. It's a couple of go for it's to get over here for the handoff or a dodge through. But yeah, failed the first go for it. So when I've got some dice to throw this turn, failing the first 2+ roll that I have to make is not great. And then dropped the handoff anyway. Oh no, didn't drop the handoff because that goblin made it. That goblin caught it rather. So Troll went for the dodge anyway. Just showing the not bonehead. Really stupid roll was a 6 and the dodge was a 3. So the other way around, Troll could have got through, shut this guy. Wouldn't have been able to move after the throw, but if I'd have managed to throw him into the end zone. But yeah, it was already dealing with really slim chances to try and get the score that turn. So that's the ball carried down, and what we in fact have here is this blitzer in scoring range. He's 8 squares from the end zone. But I think my opponent didn't spot that until it was just too late, because I think he wanted a pass on this guy. So was just going for the star player point. Didn't realise this one could have scored. It was a 4+ catch with a reroll because they've got catch, and then a 3+ dodge with a reroll, and a go for it. So a 4-3-2 to score. Could have been 2-0 down at half time. Instead it's just 1. Another chance to get that blitzer back, who you already know isn't going to come back because that's another 1 on his recover from knockout roll. This fickle game that we play, sees him still out. And I lost another goblin, of course, so I'm now down to 10 players. Gets the Bretonnians still full squad of 13, 2 linemen on the bench. And now I've got to defend, so not looking great this one. And I don't have enough players to do my usual sort of formations. I've had some sort of variation on the boat here with the sort of more expendable players just protecting these better ones. Troll and 2 linemen on the line of scrimmage. So I've got my 2 guards in there who can kind of be a bit nullified by the 2 Bretonnian guards we've got 2 guards each. I'm not sure where their second one is. It this guy? Yeah, I didn't spot where he was. It's a high kick. So the 2 guards are both in there. We've got a blitzer with Dauntless who's probably going to have a go at the Troll as well. That's a blitz on the Goblin, so that's the tackle strip ball blitzer. Using tackle there to get that Goblin knocked down. No follow up and pop him back in there. And that's my guard lineman down, which leave 1 dice on the Troll, but Dauntless pass would have made it 2. Took the 1 dice after the Dauntless found, didn't re-roll that. The ball's safe and not that many more players to act. It's probably a good idea to save that re-roll. And also, no successful armor break on there. So this is the player I want to be hitting, and he's left available. So that's who I blitz. Got greedy and re-rolled a pushback to just be stuck on the pushbacks. That's with 4 re-rolls, I sort of feel early in the half I can maybe be a bit more generous with when I'd use them. I put him in the wrong place. A couple of players can come around here to be a bit of a threat. Makes them do something with the ball next turn. Either retreat or bring it forwards and try and cage up, but I'm marking a few players here. So it's about forcing my opponent to throw blocks, or to throw dice anyway. Troll grabs a knockdown, which is going to keep 3 players occupied. That one's stunned as well, so just 2 players occupied. And the agility 4 goblin through that gap to be another threat. So with agility 4 and horns, I fancy his chances of cage diving. That's the idea, but he's just been brought down by that tackle blitzer. No armor break. So ball is heading this way. Just push back there on my guard lineman and a knockdown goblin. So dodge away from the troll there, and there that had to be a 4+ dodge into that goblin. So that's another really stupid foul. I think only the second we've seen in the game. And looking at blitz. Where's our blitz? Oh yeah, that was a mistake I made. It was a slight misclick. I was looking at that that blitz on the ball, but didn't actually intend to do it. I went to right click and I left clicked instead, so he put the blitz down. I was looking at risking it with the diving tackle, but then after spotting that this blitzer had tackle and I wasn't going to get my dodge reroll, I decided not to do it. I meant to right click, but instead left clicked on there and accidentally made that blitz, because this guy hitting this one was where I really should have been blitzing and what I wanted to do. So that all that ended up doing was wasting a team reroll and stunning my goblin. It would have been 2 dice uphill as well, but I don't know. Three of the results would have been fine. Both down would have took the ball down, and if he'd wrestled, that would have been even better. But yeah, as it was, misclick meant I not concentrating properly. It's my fault. It's not like my mouse is sentient and made me do it. So ball can come forward a little bit, but kind of leaving the cage corners based here does give me a little glimpse of maybe having a go at pushing someone out the way. I don't know there's much I can do. Yeah, I need to stop this guy assisting, have an assist there, and then push away, maybe blitz in with that one. It doesn't appear to be happening. That's another failed, really stupid. Yeah, just gone blitz on there. That's who I should have hit last turn. Another greedy reroll, which is just a pushback, and I'm down to one reroll now. I've used 3 in 3 turns for no gain. Yeah, it didn't affect the result any of the times. That is throw knocking down that blocker. Shouldn't have followed up because I'm now standing next to the strength 4 guy. Although what was that? Oh no, I was looking at 2 dice with him, so I should have followed up. That was the right decision to follow up. Yeah, gets the knockdown. Makes the dodge away. Oh, the diving tackle guy. Decided not to use it because this goblin was just going over here anyway. A scoring threat in there. And that's the blitz targets. Didn't need the assist, but has it anyway. Push back that way and then come over here. So, lead off 3 dice from the troll. He's the knockdown. Finally passed the really stupid and hit something. Diving tackle blitzer is specifically marking my agility 4 goblin all the time. And this was 2 dice on the ball I had, but I messed up a bit. Actually, it's better with just the increases on. Yeah, because I was looking at this guy pushing this one away. So I thought I'll have an assist to make it 2 dice, and if he's there, I've got a path through here for my blitzer to get 2 dice on the ball. Except I just put this goblin right in the way. So it's the second time this game I've put a goblin in the wrong square, then decided I need to dodge after. So that means that has to be 1 dice, which means my last team reroll, and I do get the knockdown from it, which is handy. And I've now got 2 dice on the ball here, but no more team rerolls. Have to take the both down, and this guy chooses to wrestle, quite rightly. And the big hand goblin was the one I messed about with earlier. So if I'd thought through that properly, this goblin wouldn't have acted. I'd have had a chance to come and use my big hand goblin to come through here, grab the ball, and maybe run away with it somewhere, or chuck the ball down the pitch. I don't know. First time I've got away from the diving tackle player in the whole game, which was nice. But yeah, did make that. Another dodge there to get 2 dice here, and I'll push him into the troll. And back over to the Bretonnians. Who can recover this ball quite easily and score this turn if they want with this player. I don't even have a tackle zone on the ball here because of the wrestle. I had to take that guy down and then having no one available afterwards. But that's going to be pretty well protected. I want this blocker to level because he's on 3 points. It's the one that I think threw a pass in the first half to go up to 3. And I think at this point I decide to ignore the ball, see if I can pick up some points elsewhere. But Troll Fell's really stupid again. So I had a good first half for really stupid. It took till turn 7 to fail one, but then there's been, I think, 1 or maybe 2 turns this second half where he hasn't. There's a dead lineman, so that's a 5-point one. So no levels, and yeah, no apothecary used there. And I think here I'm looking at 2 dice on the diving tackle guy. That's a knockdown. I think that gives me 2 dice on this lineman as well. He is knocked down. Double scores there, and just a pushback on the goblin. More protection on the ball, because I wanted to make a blitz there. So double skulls here would leave it open, the ball carrier open to me. but instead they just injure the goblin, who is badly hurt. And we get the score, yes, second touchdown. Yeah, 3 casualties. Knocked out guy again, doesn't come back. It's a third 2+ roll. Looked it up on extra arm spot during the match. 0.5% the chance of rolling 3 ones on those consecutively. But that's what we have. I'm down now to, I think, 9 players. Go basically same again, because a troll throwing a goblin up the pitch is the only real chance I've got of scoring when I'm this outnumbered. Now I have fame, so pitch invasion is not a bad result for me. It's only 1 fame, but it does work a bit in my favour. Another really deep kick though, which means I'm not going to be able to throw the goblin this turn. And I do only get 1 line of scrimmage hit as well, so it's a shame that 2 of those were stunned and not, say, these 2. That would have been ideal. I'm looking at am I looking at the troll blitz? I think I'm not. I feel like I can't rely on the troll anymore, so I'm looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 dice for this blitzer on this one. Who's the pain player? But yeah, I said at the beginning it was the tackle and the diving tackle blitzers were the most dangerous ones, so they're the ones I'm trying to hit. Agility 4 goblin in there, so I think I was considering chucking the ball to it this turn, but it was safer back here, so I think I'll just keep it back there. Yeah, I do, because the Bretonnians are going to reach that. And I've got 2 more turns to try and score. So this guy in here is a threat. Because if he's marking him, that makes his dodge harder. And his catch. But yeah, quite a few stun Bretonnians, so this is a short turn from them. And another successful dodge. Had a lot of successful dodges, the Bretonnians, in this game. Did pretty well for that. Felt really stupid again. I can't remember where I was going with that. But yeah, Troll is just not playing. So that's my blitz, because he's the biggest threat to my attack. And I think also now means, yeah, the Bretonnians can't score another touchdown. We can get 2 dice on that lineman, which is another dead Bretonnian lineman, but this one being the strength 4 one, they use the apothecary, and that goes down to this in next game. But yeah, fun, suddenly picking up a couple of points for 2 of my Skaven. Make a pass there for another one. Just picked up, casually picked up 5-star player points in the past couple of turns, but really I need him there so the troll can reach him to chuck him down the pitch, because that's all I've got on for in terms of scoring. So yeah, safest thing the Bretonnian can do really is make sure the troll's marked. If the troll's marked, I've got to dodge him away, which is not going to be clever. So straight away hit that guy. Yeah, I think I may go for the troll dodge because it's just a 5+, so possible. If that was just a pushback, I would have made it an extra one, but it's probably slim enough chances already that it doesn't really matter. But failed really stupid again, so at least he didn't turn over. I can get 2 dice on one of these linemen with this with my Skaven lineman. I think that's going to be about all we see now. Another knockdown. My block dice have been pretty good in this for the most part, and armor rolls have been pretty good as well, but just not got players off the pitch until these last few turns, where I killed 2 players. But yeah, like no knockouts, and no other injuries of note really. It was just those 2 linemen. The only knockout I received was that blitzer, who I expected to get the MVP because he hadn't done anything, and that's usually how it works. And he would have leveled if he'd done that, so there would have been some consolation. But it wasn't. It was the agility 4 goblin, who in another 9 points will get another chance to roll a double and hopefully take wrestle. But yeah, we had a Bretonnian lineman level from the MVP as well. Yeah, outblocks the Bretonnians quite massively. And this is quite good numbers for this team. Like I've had so many games where I've been down to sort of 4, 5, 6 players, and that didn't happen in this one. I was down to 9 by the end, but kept a decent sized squad on the pitch for most of it. The one that really made a difference was that one knockout before my first turn, and who just didn't recover. And I think that having that other blitzer there, because the other blitzer was so dangerous, like every turn. He's usually overshadowed by the Mighty Blow Claw one, like you'd expect. But I think that would have made a difference, that player. But I don't think that's fair on my opponent either, to just pin the match on that, because he played really well. And I didn't play so well. I made loads of mistakes, and I was pointing out like the 2 times I put a goblin in the wrong square and then had to make another dodge, and misclicking on that blitz to turn over with the diving tackle guy. Leaving my ball carrier exposed. Like, there were so many things I was doing wrong, which all contributed to the result as well, and my opponent spotting all those and making the most of the opportunities, which was the good thing. That the dice felt quite unfriendly as well, and my opponent was gracious enough to say that was what a lot of the game was down to. I think if I hadn't been making all the mistakes I made on top of it, the game might have gone differently. Because you can get away with some bad dice if you're not playing stupidly and making mistakes. But I was, and both of those together, I mean, it's not going to work. And also, I mean, if we look at my team, so I had this thrower. So this thrower was out of the game, so I wasn't contributing to my team value. We were down by 80, and then this blitzer was out as well, who didn't play at all in the whole game. So that plus my inducements not doing anything kind of means we're about 210 team value down, which is always going to make it an uphill battle, and it was always going to be a difficult game anyway. So I mean, you could say this player would have made a difference, but you just don't know what was going to happen, and yeah, so factors like that, and not playing well, and my opponent playing well and making the most of the opportunities he got, meant I lost 2-0, and that's how it came out. So I had no levels. Hired a new celebrity goblin in Eamon Holmes to replace Ryan Clark-Neal. But that's the only changes to my team this week. A couple of bits of star player points, but no one levelled off of that. The Bretonnians had 3 players level. And then now, yeah, with that thrower coming back, my team value went above them. So he was a bit of a difference. And also the strength 4 guy is 90 of team value, who's temporarily out. So there would be 1590 with him back in. Yeah, a couple more levels I had. They rolled a double and a blitzer. To take Mighty Blow, which I think is exactly the right choice on a double and a Bretonnian blitzer. Had another blocker level who's at strip ball, so wrestle and strip ball is a great combo if you can get him at the ball carrier. And another double on this lineman for guard. They're looking in really good shape. That's a dangerous team that's coming together there, and are one of the 2 teams with 3 wins, because that was the last game in round 3. We had the Khemri yet snatch a very narrow 1-0 win against the Lizardmen team in the league. That was a turn 16 touchdown on the Lizardmen's attacking drive. That was a good game to watch. And I actually recorded a replay of it yesterday. And Camtasia messed up and stopped recording audio after about 10 minutes. So I lost that recording. But that was a fun game to watch. really could have gone either way. It was just suddenly the Kemri started getting players off the pitch in the second half, which meant the Lizardmen couldn't build an attack properly, and they eventually ground out a touchdown to win in 10-16. This one was, I did watch that one as well during the game. During the week, I didn't record it. You would have been shown to lose 2 recordings, and hopefully I don't lose this one as well. But yeah, that was a nice tight 1-1 game. I think a Bretonnian lineman managed to score a touchdown late on to equalise. And I hadn't watched this one yet, and I'm actually not sure I can now. I can watch it. It's letting me watch replays after the round's confirmed this week. So I'll try and watch this one later. Yeti's piling on some star play points now. It's 29. Yeah, that was how we went. 1-1 there, so a couple of draws this week. And it does mean these 2 teams as well meeting next week, the Kemri and Bretonnian teams. So after next week, there'll be a maximum of 1 team with a 100% record left. Nobody's lost all 3 games to open the season as well, which I think is quite nice. Everyone's got at least a draw so far. The next week's games are that top 2 Bretonnians against Kemri. I've got Necromantic next time, so I had a draw in the regular season against them last season, and a win in the playoffs, and that's going to be quite tough because this team's coming together nicely as well. I do have my full squad though, so I'm going to have my Marvel thrower back. This is Norse against Lizardmen, and Undead against Bretonnians. We can probably have a quick look at the other teams, see how they're going. So this is the Norse, who are in their 2nd season in this league. I think sure hands on the thrower is the only change there was. I did run through all the teams yesterday when I did that other recording, which I lost. But yeah, sure hands on the thrower, I'm pretty sure is the only thing that changed since week 2. This is the Necromantic team I've got next week, who picked up a couple of levels. So the Mighty Blow Flesh Golem picked up block after getting the MVP in their game. So that's a dangerous player to look out for. As I was just saying with the Bretonnians, any tackle players are dangerous for me, so will be ones I'm looking to target. And there's a tackle white, a tackle werewolf as well, who's block and tackle. Dodge, block and strip ball on this werewolf. So strip ball, dangerous skill, means while this werewolf's around, I may be looking to carry or hold the ball on my throwers for longer because they have sure hands, which nullifies strip ball. They did lose a block zombie in their last game, but picked up... Not sure they picked up any more levels on a zombie, actually. I think all 3 of those were already there. But yeah, strip ball and block were the additions this week from their game. The Kemri team, I think, only levelled a thrower since last week. I think they had a skeleton to level still last time we saw them. They took wrestle before their last game. They've taken Hail Mary pass on one of their throwers, which I'm not a big fan of that skill. I think its best uses on bombardier players, but it can have its uses in a pinch, and they have taken that. And they don't have much of a throwing game anyway, so chucking in an accurate pass might be helpful in some situations. Lizardmen, I don't think anyone levelled this week. They're going to go into their next game, I think, just down an unlevelled skink, so they're going to have 14 players available. Yeah, big squad here. But 2 of their skinks are pretty vulnerable, so they may lose 1 or both of them at some point. But yeah, they're just in there. 5 block Sauruses now. Makes their blocking game a lot more reliable. This is the Bretonnian team, who are currently bottom of the table. I don't think there's anything new on here. I think one of these... only one of these blitzers have dodged before, and I think we've got another one now. Can they afford? I think they can afford a new blitzer, actually. I think I've said this before when they were looking at when they had money and hadn't spent it. But yeah, they can afford a 4th blitzer, and they're the best players in this team, so it might be worth grabbing one of those. And I think this block lineman is the one who scored their touchdown and picked up tackle when they levelled. Undead. I'm not sure Undead levelled anybody last time. I do have a kick zombie. I think that might be new. But I think everyone else is as they were on that. They've gone 3 ghouls, so this ghouls a touchdown off a level. Could maybe do with a couple more defensive ghouls. That's the Bretonnians image you've seen. Yeah, so that's what we've that's the finishing the roundup of round 3, and that's our next week's fixtures. We'll be back with more of those. I'm almost certainly going to try and cover the top 2 one, and we'll have my necromantic, my game against necromantic next week as well.